In this episode, Cecile Burrows-Samuels, casting director and makeup artist, talks about how to make it in the movies, television, and stage. Big shout out to our sponsor Creative Sounds, the media hub that offers a range of services including audio recording, social media marketing, and video production. Creative Sounds is a talent agency and has a music library with every rhythm and style. So for media production, check Creative Sounds. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment to let us know what you're thinking. Cecile Burrows-Samuels, you corrected me earlier that I should not just call you Burrows, but this is a long-standing name that I'm associated with you.
Yeah,
so
like I am with hard. You, Tiger.
I know, and we have to explain the Tiger.
We don't have
later.
To explain to anybody.
Yes, we have to tell the audience why you're calling me Tiger later on, though.
Okay.
You have been for so many years the top makeup artist in Jamaica. You've worked as a casting director for film and TV, and you are a film producer in your own right.
Yeah.
But you first came into my consciousness when I was a kid. You're much older than me because you were a youngster at the time. Hosting Where It's At.
Lord Tiger.
How did you get that gig, Cecile?
I was just enough, basically. It's a long and short of it. Bobby Gisses was my drama teacher, remember? And Bobby left St. Andrew and went to JBC back in the day and work. So that was the kind of link, and I was into music, I was into dancing, and it just, one thing just led to the other.
And that was a great show. I mean, it was so
popular. I had fun, yeah. And the music, I mean, we still listen to, well, I still listen to that kind of music now, because that was the best era.
Well, we used to watch it as youngsters, study the dances, and then go out on a Saturday night and try and do them.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, I describe it to somebody who was younger than us, that it was like the soul train.
Of Jamaica Soul Train. It was.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And for a young person like you to get a gig like that must have been a major feather in your cap.
I tell you, I was just enough. It was just, listen, if I wanted to do something, I'll tell you honestly, St. Andrew had a lot to do with it, St. Andrew High. And I had two really great teachers. Bobby Gisses was one, and I had my art teacher, which is Brian McFarlane. And they, you know, when a teacher knows that you're different, and I was blessed to have two of them who know that I was different. So I didn't know I was not going to be a lawyer, doctor, or Indian chief. So Bobby, I got excited going to drama, and I got excited going to art class. It was, for me, it was a blessing for me, because it's almost as if I got my aha. Makeup aha for me was 16 drama festival, and I was doing the prime of Miss Jean Brodie, and Bobby made me up to look 30. And when I saw it, I said, I gotta learn how to do this, because it was, I looked older, but I still looked like me. And I won Best Actress, of course, that year. But
you didn't have to try to act, did you?
No, not really. Not really. And I mean, I know people say they're method actors and they have to get into character. My method is different, but when I step on stage, I do it and I come off and I'm still me, you know, so it goes by, or it went by at that time. But Bobby was instrumental in a lot of things that I'm doing today.
I mean, I meant to ask you if the Where's That experience kind of open the path for you, or open your eyes to the world of film and television and media, like you went in that direction, or
No, not really. No, I think I was in like maybe second or third form, and I auditioned for Cindy, which was a children's pantomime, and I got a part, of course. And I don't remember how. I think Joan Hutchinson may have been in it with me. And there were people from drama school. So that's how I really got interested in performance and just the whole art. Because it was different and I was comfortable.
So how you first started to do makeup? I mean, you wanted to do it, great to want to do something, but it is a technical skill. How do you first start learning that?
I learned it by just doing. I did everybody when we're going out. I would be there, they say, oh, you're always late. I said, because I get it all of you ready. But I met a lady named Molly De Silva. That was my first school. And she had a modeling and grooming school at her home. And she made me up for a commercial. That's how we met. I did a KFC commercial for early days for Puerto Rico, I think it was Puerto Rico or Dom Rep. And to the audition too. I went to the audition. Somebody said, this audition going on for a KFC. I said, yeah, man, let me go down. Because that's how everything happened. I said, yeah, man, let me go down. And I remember the director said, and can you tell me your name? And I said to him, don't you know who I am? I was just fair enough, but tell you. And that's how a lot of things happen for me, just because I was just fair enough, you know. But I met Molly on that shoot, and I said to her, do you teach? And she said, yes. So I just went to her and did it. And then, what else? Where did I go after that? I mean, I've always done courses. I went to the workshops in Maine because I did a makeup thing one day. I learned airbrushing. I went to New York and did stuff too. So it's just something that I'm interested in, and I just go and do it.
I mean, you're the first person I hear talk about airbrushing people's face from a very long time ago.
Yeah.
So you've been doing it, the airbrushing and the learning and honing your skills continually.
You know why I started doing airbrushing? I had a hand on a Guinness bottle. And every time they blow up the picture, you started to see all the veins. And I said, boy, I have to find a way. And I took a paintbrush and just paint it out. And I said, there must be an easier way. And then I got into that. I started reading up about airbrushing. I went to Florida and just did it. For me, it is, if I like something, I'm absorbed and I just do it. I'm into eyebrows now. And I into like this whole, there's this lady has a new makeup line that it's just, that's how I am. I get absorbed and I'm still excited about doing it. So somebody can say to me, oh, you don't get tired? I said, no. Mm-mm.
You love it.
Yeah. And once you're doing what you love, it's not work.
But you're not just a makeup artist, Cecile. From as long as I've known you, you've always been running a casting agency.
No, I'm not a casting agent.
Or you've been a casting director.
Yes, and I find talent.
And you find talent.
Yeah.
Which is blurring the lines a bit.
Why?
Is that an agency a bit?
No. And I mean, it's strange that you said that. Because people say, why you don't start an agency? I did some work for Disney. And Disney casting a series which was shot in Dom Rep. And it's a Caribbean series. I think it should be out shortly, so I won't say too much. Mm-hmm. But I had worked with a lady on Luke Cage, did some casting for that when they shot in Jamaica. And she came and she started trying to find somebody, but I had to fill out. Disney is a series of forms you have to fill out. And it's a conflict of interest to be a casting agent and be a casting director at the same time. And yes. I chose this side.
Yes, of course.
Because if you're right for the job, I'll find you or I'll call you. But not because you're my friend, you're going to get in. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it must be hard, I think. I find it that way too, to find the right people for the right part. You have to have that.
It is.
That eye and that knack and that.
It is a gift, yeah. I'll tell you. It is a gift. I've been blessed with it. My husband will tell you that him don't like me when I cast in, especially if he's like a gangster, because him say my personality change and I get very rough and rough. But I have to, as I tell people sometimes, I read a script and I have to be able to answer the actor's question. If he says, why would he do that there? So I have to be able to tell him. So it absorbs, I absorb everything and then you can give the information and when it's done, it's done. So don't ask me like, so who you did cast? I won't remember because when it's done, it's just done. And I pack it away.
Your bio say you have done over 100 local and international films. That is colossal, really, when you think about the number.
Commercials or films?
Films, says.
I mean, I don't know, probably. It's been a while, you know. I started working in 1980. So let's just do the math.
When you're a baby?
Yeah.
When you're an infant.
Listen, my audition... But I shouldn't say my audition. My job interview was backstage at the theater. Because Bobby again, was doing a play. One of the actresses got sick. I was still at high school. And him say, you have to come and play the role tonight. And I said, Bobby, but I don't see it yet. Him say, you don't need to see it. You trust me? And I said, which is always say, you trust me? And I said, yes. Him say, well, come. And I did. So, I know I was leaving school in June and there was someone, anyway. And I just say, yeah, you know, I'm at work. She said, what you do? You can't type. I said, yeah, but I don't want a typing job. She said, you can't do accounts. I said, yeah, but I don't want, I went to 6 commercial, because I just did not want. I know I would be wasting my time doing A-levels, because what A-level would I do? English, art, that's it, And I went to 6E. And that really was my job interview. And I started working July 1980.
When I went call some names of some films you work on and tell me about some of the memories you have of them. How Stella got her groove back.
Child. Boy, the casting was interesting. Believe it or not. You'd be surprised. You must go back and look at the film and see who was in that film. Right? One. I had a good experience casting. Makeup now. 2 of the other makeup artists didn't show up. So I had 250 extras to make up. And I had to see everybody. Because it was a pajama party. Everybody was very done up and very zhuzh. So I had to see everybody. But the blessing from that is that the lady who I did that movie with, she says to me, I owe you. Because she was trying to get more money from me and the producer wouldn't pay any more money. She says, don't worry, I owe you. I got Instinct from that movie because the guy who did the makeup on Instinct, which is Anthony Hopkins, he called her and she said, I'm a perfect girl. And if they don't give you her, don't take anybody else. And that's how I got that job. But it was just hard work. I mean, people think that sometimes it's not glamorous. It's fun. But when you do like all 6 weeks a night, it get to you.
They can take you out on a stretcher.
Yeah, man. You sleep for a week after. When you wrap, you sleep for a week.
Cool Runnings.
Oh God. That is the bobsled one, no?
That is the bobsled one.
Lord, makeup. I had fun. I met Leon on that. The key makeup artist was a dream to work with. I helped her plan our wedding in Jamaica. But it was nice. I mean, it was... Winston Stoner was in it, who I had a major crush on for years. But hey,
you hear that squeeze?
I tell him no. And it was good because it was different. For me, it was just different. And it was a lot of Jamaicans were in it. A lot of Jamaican
actors, Mas Charlie and Pauline Stone and
Mama Coffee.
A lot of people were in there who were really Jamaican stalwart actors.
Yeah.
Disney's Return to Treasure Island.
Oh wow, that was like 8 weeks. It was a television series. Peter Lloyd got his first major part.
In Boss.
Yeah, and I did a lot of the smaller roles and all the extras for that. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. The cast was great to work with. They had a lot of big British actors, established actors who just, I guess, wanted a break at that time. I had fun. We had fun.
Where were the locations for that?
It was North Coast. We were Menard, which don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. The port at Falmouth Courthouse.
Yeah.
A lot of those which technically don't exist anymore, But all North Coast was set up. I don't know if you know Columbus Cove. It has a different name now, right?
Different name. I know where.
But set up. We had a whole pirate village. It was just fun. Let me tell you, sometimes you say you're working. The hardest part, I remember, there was one I did called, oh God, it was a whole slave thing. And let me tell you, Small Day was like 1,500 extras. Small Day. Okay? And then the men got upset because I brought in the woman for fitting. And then them said, why the woman them get $50 more than the man? But every experience was different because I learned by doing. There are certain things you can't go to school for. You can't, and you'll never, ever learn it by going to school. If you don't do it, you would never know. And it's trial and error, sometimes so. Because I work both in makeup and casting sometimes. And once the casting is finished, I go into makeup. But sometimes you can't even, it's like you can't leave one. So somebody else have to do the makeup for you. I always tell people, if I work in one department, better give me one department. Don't give me the two because makeup not going to suffer. So I just stay with the casting because it was a bigger job.
Yardy.
Yeah, but which one again?
Yeah, there was the one that I think was in Caymanas.
Oh, yeah, this Idris.
Yes.
Oh,
Idris
I did
Elba.
casting for it. Yeah, oh, God. What I liked about Yadi, Idris is normal. A normal person to work with.
You know he's crazy ass, right?
Maybe that's why he and I got on.
I mean, he did a series of him doing all kind of daredevil stuff, you know. You ever seen that?
No.
He's a madman.
Yeah, he's mad. He's probably mad.
Kickboxing, the man and beat the crap out of him.
What I like about Yadi,
Car racing, parachuting, stunt flying.
None responsibility. When you do them things, they're none responsibility. But the thing for Yadi, for me, which is, I always say to myself, sometimes allow you to do the job that you're given, because there were 2 roles that they said to me, you don't have to look for them because we're going to cast them in England. They weren't getting who they want, and I said to them, just let me read the person. You never know. I mean, it's just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just read the person. Chantal and Sheppy were the 2 parts that were cast here. And I said to Sheppy, was one thing I like about, I've known Sheppy from he's a baby, Casey and Evie, and I said to them, and I remember Sheppy, I said, Sheppy, I won't tell you exactly what I said to him because you'd have to bleep it, but I said to him, I want you to read this. And I said, come prepared in every single way. And I said, call me 40,000 times, which I tell all my actors. If you're stuck on something, call me. I'll talk you through it. When Sheppy trope the morning for the audition, and Jibbicliff, gunmouth, pants, and him fedora, and him walking stick, I said, oh yes, I love you. So he auditioned, and sometimes I stay in for people's auditions. And I came out, and then I went back in when he came out, and I said, if you don't get it, I'm going to kick you down. And him laugh. And
that's the gangster in you coming out,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's the gangster in me. And I went in, and they said, Cecile, he's good. I said, I know. I said, but he's too light. I said, makeup. They said, but how are we going to hide his locks? I said, hair. But he's young. Makeup.
Well, quite frankly, it's not makeup, it's makeup artist.
Yeah.
Because I've had a makeup artist, just an older for me. That wasn't quite it.
You see, a lot of the times they take it literally. Look at it as it's a real person and not makeup. And that's how I approach makeup. Because people say to me, oh, I don't like how you do makeup because you can't see it. And I said to them, you're not supposed to.
That's the key.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. Oh, no, you're supposed to see it. I said, okay, cool.
That's where the art comes in.
Yeah.
There's makeup and then there's the art of makeup.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to see it.
Oh, you don't wear no makeup. I said, I have on. But why do I put on a full face? Or kick up my pores or whatever? For what? And I work in. It's not like on a joyride. I'm not at dinner where I have to look cute. You understand what I'm saying? So people don't understand that. I'm take it literal. So when you're doing all, sometimes it's really not doing all, it's doing less. And you will get it. Because from you and your cameraman talk, your lighting man talk, you could like that. You understand? But a lot of, I know in the business, you have egos that is like, take off. And it's not necessary. You come for do a job. I don't have to be a friend, but you can do a job. And we say bye. And it's a pleasant day. And they will say bye after that. Till you want me for do something else. Say. But we don't have to have tea and sit down and go to uncorked. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing to that. I'm good.
Well, No Time to Die. One of my favorite. I love this band, This last.
The last one?
Yes. What's his name again?
I don't remember,
Gosh.
No, I'm telling you though.
I think he's the ultimate Bond, apart from Sean Connery, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig. He's short enough.
Yeah, I know.
He's short enough. And when I saw him, I said, damn.
He's diminutive.
No, but the same thing like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
When you see them, you say, damn. Cameraman again. It's technical, What I'm always...
Yes.
Listen, on Cocktail, which was donkey years ago. Can I say it? Oh, should I say it? Anyway.
You can say anything, it's the internet.
Okay. They cut a trench for the woman to walk beside him,
Yeah.
And he was on apple boxes.
Yes.
And I said, cool. Because she was like 6 foot.
And he was like 5.
5'5". At the most 5'7".
Yeah.
And when I saw it, and I said, damn, people, it's the business of lying, though, you know.
It's the business of art.
Yeah.
We don't lie.
Oh, he's wholly polite, Baba.
We embellish.
He's weird, you know? Trust me. One of my nicest memories, I'll tell you, though, is Robin Williams. And he have a high, license to wed. That was at Disney, too. And that director was a trip. That was one of the nicer movies that I worked on. I started just doing casting for them. And I ended up in makeup. And the director wanted me to do one of the parts. And I said, no, man, you're mad. You're mad. But Robin Williams, all I hear one day is, watch your back, watch your back. See everybody here. And he's dying. You see me now? Watch your back. I said, watch your back. Everybody duck.
You mean full Jamaican?
Yeah. Yeah. And he was just normal. I always find the bigger the star, the more normal the person. It's a little, than that you say, whatever.
They're not reach yet. I mean, T-Rob was just here telling us how in Instinct, Tony Hopkins sat with the crew and had lunch.
And we used to stick out food for him because it was supposed to look gaunt.
Yeah.
But he made love bun and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
So we used to teeth bun and cheese and give him, Maxine, who did craft service on it, Maxine would wrap it up and sneak it to him or put it in the pocket. When him leave it, and when I tell you, he was the nicest man. And he had the bluest eyes that I've ever seen on anybody. And he looks at you. And he knows your name. If somebody introduces, says, good morning, Cecile. How are you today? I heard you weren't well. But unbelievably nice. And I had very little interaction with him because I was there for the stunt guys. And I helped his hairdresser fix him hair one day. Because it was just that kind of bush, you know. Center and bush. Mm-hmm. Them cut road. Because when I tell you, and I think it was Disney again. Disney spent some mega money. When I say money spent on that, and them had the foreign catering and the local catering. So, you know, most of the foreigners came to the local catering. Yes. Yeah.
Because them was some nice food.
Yeah.
Going to extremes, I remember that very well.
Oh, God, that was great. I went on set maybe once. I casted, I think it was every Tuesday or Wednesday we casted in Kingston. And I remember, Greg was the producer. It was, listen, I made good money for casting, whether if I cast one person or I cast 10. And the good thing about it, so many Jamaican actors got work. So many. I remember we went through so much, and I remember it got to a stage where the producer would say, if she says, trust me, trust her, because she's right. Chris Daly went on for one. Chris Daly went on. Manly Buchanan, big youth. Same thing I said to him, just trust me now. Him laugh, you know, when I ask him, him laugh. I said, trust me, man, you get it. Did it. I remember for the pilot episode, there was an argument with, I don't remember who the guy was. And he said, Oliver Samuels can't do serious. And I said, don't be an idiot. He's a comic. He's a comic. He cannot act. I said, don't be an idiot. And I said to Greg, you trust me? So after a while, he said, if you hear I said that, don't bother argue. Just say yes. Yeah. No, man, it was nice, though. I wish we could get something like that again. Because it was, oh, God, it was so nice. So nice. I remember I called Black and I said, Blacker, why you did this party, but you have to shave your head? He said, what you say? I said, Blacker is here, it grow back. He said, all right.
Blacker, you did it good though. I like that stutter right there.
Yeah.
What was it like though working with, I mean, you mentioned Sir Anthony Hopkins and Robin Williams, but Idris, what kind of guy was Idris Elba?
Very, very normal, actors who direct, you see, have a, I know the director's going to hit me, but actors who direct have a better understanding of an actor's needs. And he's somebody who you could talk to. And I'd say to him, tell me what you want, if we weren't getting it. And I remember we went through some kids. We get the little boy from the second audition, you know. Because when I meet the little boy start talking, the little boy said to me, in Jesus' name, Auntie, I get the part. I say, yes. Because I wanted it. And that's who they ended up with. Do you understand? But I for me personally, because Bobby did it for me. I believe that you must always look outside the box. I would go inner city. I have a teacher who I do a lot of work with, Miss Powell, Avenia. She used to be at Calabar. She's back at Aloysius now. I first met her at Aloysius. And it's Avenia, Sheppy, and that whole Pukupoo set. I meet through Avenia because O'Neill was her student. And O'Neill was probably 7 or 8. And he went to Canada to do a movie. I think what movie name? I can't remember.
Well, apart from movies, Cecile, and TV commercials, which you've done a ton of, you've done quite a bit of music videos with some of the big stars, reggae stars of Jamaica.
Back in the day.
Our generation don't do music videos anymore.
Yeah.
We don't roll with them, so we don't do music videos.
No.
But,
unless.
Yeah, unless.
Mm-hmm.
But as a general rule, we don't do them anymore. But on your list of music videos is Junior Gong Marley.
Mm-hmm.
What does he like to work with?
I don't remember that music video. That music video was like
a long time ago.
It was long ago. He was young. It's probably one of his first music videos. Mm-hmm. And I remember it wasn't properly organized. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doing music videos. But the song was good. I mean, Howie's, that's where we shot most of it. Mm-hmm. And
Howie's on Constant Spring Road.
That's correct.
That's a long time ago.
Okay, that's what I tell you. It's a long time ago. So I wouldn't Shabo.
I mean, it's not a Chinese supermarket.
Yeah. And a tasty patty shop.
And a tasty patty. It's not there anymore.
Tasty not there anymore?
No.
Oh, I never know.
Sugar and spice, no.
Okay. But Shabo was, and I would always work with it. No matter what, Beanie Man is the same thing. Mm-hmm. And if he does a Cecile, I would. For them two, in a heartbeat.
Jimmy Cliff.
Oh God, we did a music. It was on where Blackwell property, Golden Eye.
Yeah.
They have this entertainment place at the back, and we were live streaming. So I was like the general makeup artist. It was a show for everybody.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
So people just pass through.
Oh gosh.
I just make them up. Yeah.
Production line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And Toots also was my darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Toots is the story
I did this last music video with him,
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Reggae.
Of Toots going to Ray Smith, did something with him, and he came to edit. And I won't say what Toots brought with him to the editing section.
I know what Toots brought with him to the editing section.
Whatever he brought, he also brought a bottle of noni juice. and he would sleep through most of it. And then he'd wake up and say, yes, fireball. That's the right shot.
All right. Willie Nelson and Toots.
Yeah.
I did a music video with the both of them.
Oh, God.
All right. I don't have to say nothing else, right? All right. And that was fun, too. I sit down and plot Willie Nelson here, and he's as mellow as they come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toots like that, too. Just like that. I mean, I've been blessed and not going to complain. I'm not complain. You meet a few, I've done a music video, right? And the only reason why I do the music video is because the producer at that time asked me to do it. Don't ask me her name. And she wanted me to make her up 2 shades lighter than she was. And I was...
Why don't I try bleach?
I don't know why she didn't, but... And then she says...
they're going to hate us for this
I don't care. And she threw it on the puff. Oh, get that. Someone just go to there and say, remember, you asked me to do you a favor. Call Cindy, pass through that video. I make up Cindy, no problem. Oh, make my friends up. I said, that's not why I'm here. And I see her after that. She said, don't I know you? And I said, no. We've never met? I said, no. She said, you sure? I said, yeah.
You want to forget that experience?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How was Wycliffe Jean?
Very nice. Very, 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 very. It was him and Beanie Man. Very, very nice. He fell in love with one of my assistants, and it was easy work after that. He said, Cecile, I want her to have my babies. Very nice guy. Very, very, very nice guy.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, very nice.
And the great Eddie Grant from our generation,
Yeah.
I guess young people would know Eddie Grant was.
No, but he did a remix of the popular song.
Yes.
Very nice. Very, very easy as Sunday morning. The big stars always don't get a problem.
Yes.
Them don't. When I said don't give any trouble, And they said, maybe it's my ministry. So because years ago I went to Barbados, Sir Garfield, and I did his makeup. And it was like, everybody was like, Lord, I don't know. He and I sat and had lunch. We walked out holding hands and they said to me, if we ever have to shoot him again, we're sending for you. I said, no problem. And everybody say he's the hardest person to work with. Never had that issue.
But it's your personality, your chemistry with the people.
Same thing you said about Brian,
Yeah.
Lara.
Yeah.
And Brian and I never had a problem with him. I did cricket commercials for years. When cricket
cable and
was
wireless
cricket, yeah,
and so on. Yes.
When cricket was cricket.
So he was a cable and wireless. Or they were his sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But sweet guy.
When West Indies was West Indies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, West Indies.
Cricket is still cricket. West Indies is not West Indies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What about your sister, your St. Andrew's sister, Nadine Sutherland, who was my neighbor at one point?
Mm-hmm. Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
By the way, if I had to do common entrance again, St. Andrew was my first choice.
It would have to be. It would have to be. No, man, Andrews is the best school. I tell people, till you go through the Andrews experience, and I mean, I was not, I'm sure like your intern, a well-behaved girl. I ask questions. If you say something, man, I never like it, I was going to answer you. So Miss Rita and I had, as I said, would have tea in the afternoons because I'd always be up there with her. But I mean, my experience, I would never change it.
Roshana, you didn't have those experiences, did you? You're well behaved, right?
Probably. No, but them look at me one day, I said to me, be here, out of here, right?
I remember.
Some drop curls and go to school. Let me tell you what the face the teacher name. A girl of your colour shouldn't have her hair like that. Who tell her to tell me so? Well, school locked down the day. Can't go in every classroom. You see anything wrong with me here? You know what she said to me? And I said, what? Yeah, man.
You're a terrible child.
No, that's just different. That's just different.
Well, when you did the Wailers, it was the new Wailers, the new edition of the Wailers, not the Wailers from Bob Marley.
No, but I met Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm.
I met Bob Marley when I was in, that was what, 78, 79?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on the graduating committee and I wanted stuff. So I went up to, I see him one day and bum him. I stop him and say, I need some things, so I'm graduating, I have to give away prizes, And he said, come up, Hope Road. And I did. But tell you, but just nothing. Always his fundraiser or whatever them know, send Cecile. Cecile will ask and get it.
But you see, if you're in America, you're the rich.
Probably. Probably.
No, Squeeze is saying something. Red Dread. Absolutely
God.
Red Dread.
Oh, God.
And then you met Usain St. Leopold. You met him on a Pima commercial, right?
His first commercial. He was 15. Yeah. He's my little baby.
Well, you and T-Rob have the same things to talk about because T-Rob directed the World Junior Championships when he emerged.
Yeah. And he was more legs than anything else when he just started. He has become, he's my little baby, and he's somebody I love dearly. Love him dearly. He's my other son.
Yeah.
He's my other son.
And you told me something about him, that he insists on doing his commercials in Jamaica because he wants the local people to get work from it.
When he was running, he says he has to shoot his commercials in Jamaica. Has to.
Even after I'm done run.
I'm working with him next week.
Yeah.
I'm working with him. We just finished our job, and it's the second part of the job. Shooting here.
Then it's same need your bad, it's same face crusty.
No, man, it's sweet like. Sweet. But you see, I'll confess and tell you. A lot of the testing I do for products is on him, because he's running, and I will see how it hold up under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really the best person to test something on, and I have it down to a science now. Yeah, I look cute. He's my Buddha. He has become a warm, loving young man.
Not your personal life.
Mm-hmm.
You're married to DJ Squeeze. Mm-hmm. In my generation, we went to a lot of parties where Peacemaker Disco played.
I know.
Right?
I used to watch him. He wouldn't take me on. He wouldn't take me on, It just, you see, man, him look up one time and then him don't look down. He just look. Don't pay no mind.
And when I went to Andrew's Fete a couple of years ago, pre-COVID, a good thing my wife is a very secure and confident woman. You were spinning, man, and I said, "Rotted, Cecile can spin too."
I love music.
Squeeze taught you that skill?
You should ask him. You should ask him.
Squeeze, you taught her? Well,
No, you see, a lot of
Squeeze the night teaching her and says she knows more music than he does.
No, but music was a safe place for me. Because growing up, sometimes, it's easier now, I feel, because I guess you have internet, people make friends. But music was always a safe. I'm a twin, you know that, right?
Did not know this.
Yeah, I have a twin brother. And we have this music thing, and he would hear a song, and then we used to record it on cassette from the radio, remember? And I remember Tina Marie, the first time I heard Tina Marie, my twin said, "I know you're going to like this girl voice. I know you're going to like it." And you see, it's easier now to access music because you can just go on and you find what you want, But I got into music a long, long time ago. I used to go to Aquarius halfway through, save my lunch money, buy a 45 for 50 cents. You understand? And then I buy an album then when Luther Vandross. And I mean, music. And I grew up hearing music. My father would sing to me the times that I spent with him. And he was into like Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra. So I have a music. Bobby loved music and I was very close to Bobby. So I got into show tunes. I got into a lot of music, jazz with him. So music is just a part of me.
Well, as you mentioned, Bobby says, my recollection of Bobby says, even though, I started doing work at JBC while he was still there. Mm-hmm. But watching him on television, I remember him talking about the movie of the week. Mm-hmm. I would say it's a tearjerker.
Yes. No,
he was really something else in terms of being such a talented. And he was in some of these movies as
Yeah.
Which one was it? He was in the courthouse, the judge in the courthouse in Port Maria.
Yeah.
You remember that movie? I don't know what movie that was. Was it one about the Bahamas, man?
The movie, the Denzel movie.
Yeah.
That was shot here.
Yeah.
There was a Egyptian man or whatever on a boat.
Flynn.
No, man. No, it's I soon tell you.
The Mighty Queen, right?
Mighty Queen,
Not
right,
Flynn,
right.
Queen.
In Like Flynn was another movie that was here, yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you are extra for me.
No,
sure?
In Like Flynn, no, a long time. Something.
No, them had a series called In Like Flynn that was shot in Jamaica, was shot in Port Royal.
No.
But Bobby, there was murdered in the movie, in that same movie. Mm-hmm. And there was an Italian guy who used to live here, and he did a mold of him.
Tony Ferrari.
Giorgio Ferrari.
Giorgio Ferrari. Yeah.
And God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. So I had to do makeup for the dead body. And the top wouldn't set without bubbling. So eventually, we got there like 6 o'clock in the evening. And the body probably left, his torso left. Maybe 5:45 the next morning. I used to be putting on eyebrow and bruising up. And it was fun though. Trust me. Wow. Hey, I do some things in my life. I can tell you. And half the times, like talking now, I remember it because you said Bobby. But I remember doing this torso. And it came out in the movie good. But Georgia was a genius too, to work with.
Yeah.
But you'd have to work through the cigarette smoke and through the night. Because he worked best like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you're ready to bleach. But at least you will learn something, you understand? Mm-hmm, and I find a lot of the times kids don't want to put in the time. And you won't learn unless you do it. I can do it, and it's a gift, I know, and I'm so grateful for it. But I remember, oh God, Chris Brown movie, where Ninja Man was...
Is Get Alive?
No.
But you mean the short film or the full movie?
No, man.
The first movie. Oh my God!
I think it could have been Third World Cup.
Third World Cup.
Yeah,
exactly.
It could have been Third World Cup.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to do a bullet wound on a guy's forehead. I'm not into guts and gore. I like pretty. I tell people all the time, if I have to do it, I do it, but I don't like it. And I put a bullet wound on a Ninja Man. Ninja Man said, "Batman can't dead." And I said to him, "You're going to be the best looking dead man ever." And him just sit down. I just do what I have to do. Yes. Go about my business.
Yes.
Yeah. No, man, I meet some characters, me I tell you. You know who was nice though? Sting.
Ah,
Gentleman.
but I'm a fan of Sting.
And him sing. I mean, I remember doing a video with the Mighty Diamonds and then them harmonizing the makeup trailer. And I said, I don't sing nothing. So I see music always in my life, some way. And those guys could sing.
Mighty Diamonds.
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
God.
For sure, they were.
Yeah, man.
They were
Yeah,
special.
man. Special.
They were special.
Yeah.
As a harmonizing
Yes, man. I mean, tight, you know. Tight. Tight. No, my life is good. I can't complain.
group. So,
I'm done.
So you don't plan to slow down any?
I guess. Eventually. No, but listen, I like casting. I like makeup. So, and if I do it, I'm happy. I mean, I want to get to the stage where I can choose who I work with. You know, and but I mean, I won't complain. Tiger won't complain, trust me.
Okay, last thing. You call me Tiger.
Yes, Tiger.
Because
You are Tiger in a Nancy story. Lie or true?
absolutely true.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Directed by the one and only Junior Beckford,
That's correct.
who has no equal.
None. What to them video?
You know, somebody pirated have it on the internet and I forget it down. And I think Becky has the original.
But you really should package it. And
you know,
maybe it's the quality
the thing about Becky, no, I think he might have the originals. The thing about Becky is, and even to some extent myself, is that we tried stuff before the internet. And we never had the outlet, and it was difficult. It was impossible sometimes. And we were way ahead of our time.
Yeah, you wonder why so much Indian and Chinese showed up on TV, right? And they won't buy the content.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
So that's why it's on here. It's easy. It's cheap to get. You can spend a couple $100 and get per episode, and you're gone clear. But yeah, I think we came about 20, 30 years too early.
Yeah.
If we
Well, repackage it, man. I don't see why it wouldn't work. No.
Well, Cecile Burrows, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
As always. And I might see you in the supermarket again soon or something.
Yes, Tiger. And I'll still be calling you Tiger.
Of course.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
And all the
Same
very
here.
best, ma'am.
Thank you, my darling.
All right.